So when developers think about security, they usually focus on the Solidity code they wrote, the functions, the modifiers, the tests. That makes sense, right? That is part of the thing you can control. But many real incidents start somewhere else. They start with a dependency upgrade. Today I want to walk you through why dependency upgrades must stay on your security radar and why ignoring them quietly breaks assumptions inside smart contracts. Remember, you may review or audit a contract where the logic looks clean, no obvious reentry. Access controls look tight. Math checks passed. The issue did not come up from the contract. The issue came from a library update that changed how a code function behaved under edge conditions. The team upgraded, tests passed, deployment happened, right? But months later, an attacker chained two small behaviors together and drained the value. So nothing felt dramatic at the time of the upgrade. That is where the danger is. Here's the key. I want you to take your time and walk through it. Smart contracts do not live alone. They live inside an environment made of libraries, tooling, compilers, SDKs, and oracles. When any of those things change, your contract behavior shifts, even when your contract Solidity code stays the same. You got to remember that. A version bump looks small. The impact often is not. So let's break this down step by step. Now, first, library behavior changes. Okay? Open source libraries evolve. Edge cases get handled differently. Internal checks move. Default values shift. Sometimes a fix for one issue creates pressure somewhere else. Second, defaults change quietly. A new version might flip a Boolean, a timeout changes, a precision assumption shifts, your contract still compiles, your logic still runs, the assumptions underneath move it. Third, new attack surfaces appear. Attackers read change logs carefully. They compare old behavior with new behavior. They look for gaps where teams upgraded without revisiting business logic in the contract. So teams do not lose funds from a single massive bug. They lose funds from two small changes lining up at the wrong time. So one of the most common mistakes is this. The contract was audited before. The team assumes future upgrades inherit that safety. Security does not transfer automatically across upgrades. An audit reflects a moment in time. Remember that. Once dependencies shift, the threat model shifts with them. All right? So if the environment changes, the audit assumptions expire. This is not fear-based thinking. That is engineering reality. So what should teams do instead? Here is the disciplined approach. Pin versions explicitly. Do not float dependency ranges in production contracts. Read change logs before every upgrade. Focus on behavior changes, not marketing highlights. Test upgrades under realistic conditions. Simulate stress. Simulate edge cases. Reevaluate business logic after upgrades. Ask whether incentives, timings, and permissions still behave the same way. Treat dependency upgrades security events, not maintenance tasks. When teams do this consistently, risks stay visible instead of hidden. Findings connect back to dependency changes that nobody reviewed deeply. Not because teams are careless, because upgrades feel routine and security threats rarely announce themselves loudly. So good security work is quiet. It catches problems before users notice anything wrong. If there is one takeaway from this video, it is this. Your smart contract logic might stay the same. Your risk profile does not. If you build with that mindset, you build systems that last. So if this helped you think differently about upgrades and security, stay connected. I break down these topics all the time, regularly, so builders know what to watch for before problems show up in their systems.